Hi everyone. This evening I have the second one of Elizabeth's AcuTron 4 pellet stove controllers. This is the second one she sent me. I made a video of number one. I've labeled it here with the number and serial number. This is number two. Elizabeth sent me two of these because she was having problems with them driving the auger. She said that the controller seemed to work. She could throw in a handful of pellets and the fire would start, but then the auger never fed pellets into it, which means that the fire would eventually or quickly go out. That usually takes 10 minutes or less. So, as a follow-up, this second controller, I have it on my test fixture, ready for final testing before I return it to her. My test fixture, of course, has light bulbs to simulate the igniter, the combustion or blower fan, the auger motor in yellow, and the convection room fan in red. So as I turn on the controller, you should see the igniter, the combustion fan, and the auger motor come on, but not necessarily the convection room fan. So I'll go ahead and turn that on, and we'll cycle through some of the capabilities of the controller. So there we have it. We have the controller came on, and sure enough, some of the lights came on. The igniter came on, and so did the combustion fan come on. For a moment there, the auger came on, but it quickly cycled off. But there it is again, it came back on. So the key here is that the auger cycle LED on the controller itself will come on when the yellow indicator light comes on. Or vice versa, the yellow indicator light comes on when the auger comes on, and there it is. So we have the auger coming on when the controller calls for it to come on. So that's functioning normally. What I can also do is I can cycle through by pressing the start button. I can cycle through the feed rates. That should, if I go to maximum, that should cause the auger to stay on a little bit longer, so it will feed more pellets into the fire pot and make the fire rage hotter. So there it is, the lamp stays on a little bit longer. And I can go through the fan speeds, and that should cause the convection room fan to come on, and I should be able to cycle through, as I do that, there we go, I should be able to cycle through various intensities of the light bulb, which simulate various speeds of the motor. So as I go through the cycle here, we can see the light bulb intensity increase and decrease. There's maximum, and it goes back to off. So there it is. Per my final testing, this controller seems to be functioning quite normally. I'll ask Elizabeth to check her exhaust switch, the one for the fire chamber exhaust switch, to make sure that it's functioning correctly, because the auger motor drive signal goes directly through it. So there can't be a leak in any of the combustion chamber. It has to be airtight, the door has to be closed, and the gaskets on the doors have to be good. Of course, the exhaust fan has to be running correctly in the right direction. In case you recently replaced the fan, it has to be running in the right direction. And check your 250 degrees C switch. That might have gone off as well, might have tripped. And that would stop the auger from feeding pellets in spite of the green indicator coming on and sending a signal to the motor. That switch would prevent it from getting to the motor itself. So there's two things in your stove to check: the low pressure switch and the high temperature switch. All right, Elizabeth, I want to thank you for sending both of your controllers to me. You can check out the previous video on YouTube for your first controller, your number one. And again, I'll thank you for sending these to me, and have a good night.